Hey, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us to a very special edition of Cue It Up with the Q Brothers. I am John Elvis Quattrucci.
And I'm just Ralph Quattrucci.
So we got a very special episode tonight. This is going to be a trailer reaction show about the king of rock and roll, whose birthday is today, January 8th. He was born in 1935. And Ralph's actually the one who brought this up over the weekend and mentioned that he knows what a big Elvis fan I am and always have been. And I said, well, why don't we do a trailer reaction for an Elvis movie? And then I thought, why don't we do two movies contrasted in style in Elvis's performance, early Elvis and late Elvis. And that's kind of what we're doing. Ralph, that was based on your little nugget that you gave me.
Well, I only brought it up because my friend Elvis E., who was on one of our podcasts, did a performance today at a rec center for a 62nd anniversary wedding. And I got to videotape and shoot some stills for him. So that was
nice.
Exciting.
And he was on the show when we reviewed the new Elvis.
He was
documentary
yes,
Elvis.
Yes. And he had to leave that show, and he got a telegram. He was going to be a singing telegram to another person's, and he had to do My Way. But the guy was 31 years old. He couldn't believe that it was a 31-year-old.
Someone asked for a singing Elvis telegram. Geez, I hope they don't return to sender.
Yeah, his act was
his what?
His act was funny. You know, he ended up, the couple, he simulated a Vegas wedding for them. So all the vows were, you know, goofy words from the song.
Take on the song.
It was just like they did on the cruise. Remember when they did that on the cruise with
with all the Elvises?
All the Elvis.
I love your background. The only Elvis thing I have, I was going to get dressed up, but I said no. I have this is my 68 special Elvis figure. I've had this for, I don't know, 25 years.
And that's why you won't be an Elvis impersonator, because you can't get in that suit?
Well, it would be snug.
Yeah. Okay.
And if I'm going to wear a suit like that, I want to look good like he did. So anyway, Ralph,
listen, let me just show you a couple things I have. And I'm not a huge, I am by no means a huge, but
a bigger fan since you saw
I go to thrift stores all the time, and I found a couple of great things. One of them is these singles, these Elvis golden volume singles, and each 45 comes with a picture cover.
That's a 45?
Yeah, it's a 45.
What?
And I've got about 10 of them per case here. Look at these. These are really quite.
And what do you pay for those?
This was like $25. I got a pretty good deal on these.
Have you got a record player to play them?
Yeah, of course. Why would I buy them? And there's, so that's some good looking Elvis.
Oh, yeah.
So I got two of those.
Oh, look at that.
And then you're gonna like this. I go to another thrift store and I find special edition.
That's a TV Guide?
TV Guide Elvis. Look at these. I mean,
and you're not a fan.
After I saw the movie, I have to admit, I kind of appreciated him.
Yeah.
Now here's what's funny. So I buy all these, and in the middle of the stack, I look on the side and it says "A Legend Passes." So I thought it was going to be an Elvis, and it's actually Johnny Unitas. And a tribute to Barry Levinson. So this is a Baltimore edition of TV Guide. So anyway,
are those hermetically sealed?
I had to unrap them a little. I'm not that worried about them.
Very nice.
I'll read them in the bathroom.
Awesome.
These are my bathroom reading. So
okay. Well, I mean, they're collectible.
Yeah. Well, not after I'm done with them.
In the bathroom. So listen. So I want to do two movies.
Okay.
And again, I want to show the contrast in Elvis's career. Normally we do one. Yeah. But we're going to do two. The first one we're going to do is King Creole. Now, before you show it, a little background on this. This was his fourth film. It was directed by Michael Curtiz, so it's a serious director who
also directed what? Curtiz.
Adventures of Robin Hood and Casablanca, amongst a lot of other
Casablanca's the one.
Yeah. Okay. So this was a serious director working with Elvis who really wanted to be the next James Dean. Walter Matthau was in it, Carolyn Jones, Vic Morrow. So this was, like I said, his fourth film. And I think one of his better acting performances. So let's take a look and we can react to it.
All right.
You know it's gone, jumping like a catfish on a pole.
Oh, I love that song.
Oh, yeah. You know it's
gone. You think we'll get some hits on this one?
Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the Elvis you want to be? Right there.
Well, I mean, I love young Elvis, but, 68 special for me. But this was 58. This was 1958.
Oh.
Look, it's so James Dean.
Yeah. I do love the shirt.
Look at that hair, man.
Who's the actress behind him?
That's Carolyn Jones. who was Morticia in the Addams Family.
Danny Fisher, who sang his way up from
That's
the gutter
Danny
to
Fisher.
busty,
So
broad
is
New
this
Orleans.
okay? So what's the movie with Val Kilmer?
Top Secret.
Is that based on this guy?
A little bit.
It sure seems like it.
There's another movie where they stole the scene from the bar
okay.
in the restaurant where he started dancing. That's a different movie. This was his bad boy.
But I am a hustler.
Nice hair though.
I'm telling you, man. And he dyed his hair too.
Was he blonde or something?
Yeah, he was
dyed his
blonde.
hair? Oh, I
He was
didn't know
blonde.
that.
He was sandy blonde. I don't know who that is. Okay, fourth film, the whole world in front of him.
There were to be many women in
What?
Danny's young life.
Many
but
women in
only
Dan-
two
look at the
who
jacket.
really counted. Nellie, who knew too
Ooh, that's a
little
nice
about
leather
love.
one.
I've never been to a place like this before.
I don't know that one.
Oh, Alexa heard
But I
me.
want to see you again.
That was Alexa. Alexa loves Elvis too.
Away.
She's stalking
Ronnie,
right now.
who knew too much.
Oh, there's Carolyn Jones.
Honey, what are you doing here with this?
Yeah, she was the whore.
Oh,
How'd you get into this?
Oh yeah.
he's not a whore.
Get out.
No,
Not a man whore.
no, he's
Oh.
a.
Fighting for the upper hand.
Oh,
The
well,
devil-driven
that's Walter
temper
Matthau.
was his
Oh,
pathway
he barely hit him.
He was the bad guy.
He missed every time.
I know. Run, run.
Louisiana, baby.
Well, you know what's weird? This movie is really good, and he's very good in it.
Right.
This trailer doesn't do justice to it.
Really?
I mean, it's very. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen this. Look at the cast.
Yeah.
That's a real cast. Dean
Vic
Jagger,
Morrow.
Vic
Oh.
Morrow, yeah.
Hal
Hal Wallace, yeah.
Directed by
Michael
Michael.
Curtiz.
There you go.
So that trailer. First of all, it's a very short trailer, right?
Yes.
And it was. I've never seen it before. It's kind of all over the place as far as you're not really sure what this movie's going to be, but it's much better than that trailer represents. I'm kind of surprised by that. Because this was one of his better dramatic performances. In fact, Walter Matthau, when Elvis died, he said, having done this movie with him, he was really disappointed he didn't do more movies like this because he was really good. Because Elvis really wanted to be James Dean. That's
Right.
what he wanted.
Okay.
And then he took a different path. So interesting. I was a little disappointed by that trailer. The movie's a lot better than that. So now let's take a different contrast.
Surprise! Wait, surprise! I've never seen that film. Well, actually,
You've
I
never
haven't
seen King Creole?
I think the only one I ever saw was Change of Habit. Was that the one he
Oh,
did?
with Mary Tyler Moore?
Yeah, I think that's
well,
the only
if
one I've
you're
ever
in the
seen.
habit,
Yeah.
sit in your. That's
But
the only Elvis movie you've ever seen.
I don't name a couple.
So you've
yes.
never seen Viva Las Vegas?
No.
Roustabout?
No.
Love Me Tender?
No.
Jailhouse Rock?
Nope.
Well,
Nope.
I hope these trailers make you want to see. Well, that last
Nope.
trailer wouldn't make you want to see it. But if you want to see Elvis doing some decent acting, Jailhouse Rock or King Creole is the movie you want to
Okay.
see.
Good to know.
Okay, so the next movie we're going to show, this is from 1964. This was his 15th film, and this is Viva Las Vegas. And why I picked this one, I picked it for two reasons. This was obviously about 10 years before he became a Vegas icon in his late 60s, early 70s. But it's also the first movie where he was teamed up with someone who they called her the female Elvis, Ann Margret.
And
Ann Margret from the Flintstones. And they also had a very passionate affair that she never talked about till real late in life. But when you see the movie, you understand why he would be why would they be attracted to each other, because they were so much like each other. But let's take a look at this one, and then we can talk about it when it's over. Another movie I love, by the way. Okay, here we go. First of all, great song. Gonna set my soul. Look at her. Oh, I love her. I love her.
Ann Margret.
Look at him. I mean, this is only 6 years after King Creole, and he just looks older.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. But not in a bad way. Just more, I don't know what it is, more mature.
Now, what's this movie about?
He's a singer who gets a job at a hotel that she's working at, and he's trying to get with.
Oh, that looks real.
I know. I love the rear projection.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but look at that's really him. I think
They're good. Oh my
Look at her.
goodness! Look at
Tom.
him. Oh, come on!
Is that CGI? He can fly a helicopter.
That's no GI.
Look at
There's
him.
no
Look at
GI
him.
in it.
First of all, she's absolutely gorgeous.
She is
and I don't
gorgeous.
care what anyone says. That guy is the coolest guy.
I said the
Look at this.
lady love.
By Elvis.
Ann Margret, wasn't she in Oliver Stone's football film, or was that? Yeah, she played the owner's wife.
She was in Tommy.
Yeah,
She she was in Bye Bye Birdie.
yeah.
She's
Well, they
just-
mentioned that in this trailer. Star of
Oh,
Bye
they
Bye
do?
Birdie. Yeah.
Upon the village green.
I mean, she's just. She's got like the energy that he has. That's why they gelled so well, and why he ended up, messing around with
And
it.
is she known for her dancing? Was she known for her dancing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Little Red Dynamite, they used to call it. But even the way
Junk
this,
and
yeah,
Baby,
Oh.
you're wrong. I give.
look at him.
Are these so? Did he write? Are these his songs, or did
No,
they just write them?
he wrote very little.
Yeah.
So his songs were always written for him. But he could play, he could play the guitar, he could play the piano. He
Yeah.
never did any of these movies.
Oh, this is going to be
Caesar Danova.
sexual innuendo.
Oh,
Here we
yeah.
go.
Watch this.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Oh,
Las Vegas.
glamour. Thrills. Oh, this cut to a crazy fake shot.
Look at
There
that.
it is.
Oh my God! Look at him wiping the sweat from his brow.
I don't get it. His car has a roof now.
That's
but
like
there-
Ford versus Ferrari right there. Look at
That's
that.
amazing.
It's
Now
just
that's
so-
real, or is that a that's
Oh,
an
no,
RC?
that's real. That's real.
Yeah.
But that's William Demarest from My Three Sons.
Okay.
He's the mechanic.
This is a long trailer.
Well, compared to the other one, it is.
Yeah. Now that is quintessential Ann Margret right there with those
Absolutely.
black pants, that shirt.
So she said when they were doing that number, they knew each other's moves.
Yeah.
It was, this. Oh, look at that. It's a knockout. So the thing about Elvis that unless you're an Elvis fan, most people don't know, but because people think of the Elvis movies, the stupid ones in his later years, he always kind of played the same character. But there was about a 10-year span where he ruled the box office. Every movie was a big hit. He was a huge star. And towards the end, in fact, you have the 68 special behind you. Everyone who saw the movie, that was really true. He kind of had to redefine himself because those movies just got so silly and stupid, and he was tired of doing them. And a lot of that's the Colonel's fault. But if you look at that span of 10 years, he made some not great films. His early films were much better than his later films. But a film like Viva Las Vegas, because of her and the chemistry between the two, it makes it one of my favorite movies. But his early stuff was really good. It's just so funny when you look at the contrast between the two trailers. One was widescreen, one was, I think you said 4x3. 4x3, so it was boxy.
Yeah.
I like the fact that the movie documentary Elvis has made you kind of think differently about him. I've always been a huge Elvis fan from as long as I can remember, and I've seen every one of his movies. In fact, the only one I hadn't seen, I just saw, and I mentioned it on the show. It was the strangest movie I ever saw. It was one of his last ones. But what really bums me out is, and the movie talked about this, they wanted him for A Star Is Born instead of Chris Christopherson.
Yeah.
And I would have been fascinated by him in that. I think it would have been a little too close for home for him at that point in his career.
Was it Colonel Parker that said, don't do that?
It was Colonel Parker, and he was hesitant too because in order for him to do it, because at that point he was heavy and he was going to have to really go on but I think he was willing to do it. The Colonel just thought it would be a bad move career-wise because it was so close to his actual career.
Yeah.
But it would have been really interesting to see that. There were a few other ones. At one point they even talked about him being in Greece, if you can believe that.
Well, I could believe that.
Well, but you're
in the
talking
movie,
19
the
movie.
78? Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, when they were first discussing making
Right.
the movie, which was, I think at that point it was too long. But he was young too. I think he was 42 when he died. So he was young. People forget that too. I just think people don't take his film career seriously because of all the fluff in the later years.
Well,
that's why I always say,
I think when we think of Elvis, really, if you're not a huge fan, you think of Vegas Elvis.
Right.
And the suits. As a matter of fact, Richard E., Elvis E., I'm sorry, my friend Richard, Elvis E., that's all people want to see of those suits.
Right.
It's all about that suit. So,
yeah, and I get that. And that was his second half, not his second half, but his latter years.
Yeah.
And it was still huge. Don't get me wrong. There's always this thing on Facebook, what concert do you regret not going to see? And for me, it's the Beatles 2, but Elvis 1. I would have loved to have seen Elvis. Even when he was heavy and everything, his voice was still fantastic. But when I look back at him, like for me, the quintessential Elvis is the 68 special. I just love that. I can watch it all the time. But that's all. I just wanted to do as a kind of a tribute to him because, you know, and I still believe this, that 100 years from now, they're still going to be talking about Elvis Presley. I really do believe that. And I don't think...
I'm all shook up. You should have one in there, man.
Come on, man.
That's good, man. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to thank everybody and hope you'll subscribe out there. Hit the notification button and like it. Like it real good. Okay? Anyway, Ralph, thanks for bringing this up because it's kind of spurred us doing this. I really appreciate that. And all you Elvis fans out there, I hope you enjoyed it. And I do want to make one announcement for our Indian Cinemaniac fans. We did not forget you. The next Indian Cinemaniac film we're going to react to is Lagan, Amir Khan's cricket movie.
Let's be clear. Now we're doing the trailer because the film is 4 hours long.
We're not doing a 4-hour reaction. Now, it's on our reel, so eventually we are going to watch it. But we're going to watch the trailer because I think it was made in it's 2001.
And the trailer exists out there. You've seen the trailer?
I have not. I'm hoping it does.
Okay,
I assume it does. Well, I'll have to. If it exists, we will do it.
There you go.
It has to.
You got to qualify that.
I've seen scenes from it, but I'm dying to watch it. I really am because I'm a big fan of his. Anyway, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you appreciate the King's birthday today.
The King. Let me show more of these. These are so
what do you got? You got more?
I just love these. I just love these covers. These things are.
They're
gorgeous.
Mom bought me a box of those when I was 10.
Really?
And it was all 45s. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, look at the color of the 45.
Gold record.
Isn't that awesome?
I can't believe this. You've turned into an Elvis fan.
No, I've been not passionate about it, but definitely an Elvis fan. The movie flipped me quite a bit. I was touched by the film.
Oh, good.
It really was. I thought it was fantastic.
Would it make you actually watch one of his movies?
Not if I didn't. If I had to, like if you brought one to Yippee-Ki-Yay, you should do that. Bring one of those.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. We had to sit
and then force me to watch it, and then there you go. Who knows? I'll fall down that rabbit hole.
I was forced to watch Room with a View. I guess I could watch this.
We all were forced to watch that one.
Okay.
So
that's a good idea. Maybe I will do that. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon.
All right.
All right. Elvis has left the building.